What is going on, guys? It is Crisis Diamago here, coming at you live and in person. And today, guys, I want to talk to you about the huge scare that is going around the news lately. The Ebola virus, the thing that everybody just happens to be so afraid of, and why you really shouldn't be that afraid of it. But first, I want to talk to you guys about the gameplay. I was playing some Team Deathmatch on Operation Locker. Got about 10 seconds into it and realized this probably isn't going to be my best game, and actually stopped recording. But then I was like, you know what, I put that video out not too long ago about not giving up and not trying, and what kind of person would I be for my subscribers to actually listen to if I didn't even take my own advice. So I turned the recording software back on and actually finished the game pretty decently. So I hope you enjoy this awesome gameplay in the background, and now let's get into the actual Ebola scare. Now, for those of you guys who haven't seen the news, or maybe you just live under a rock, I'm going to put a picture up on the screen right now of what the Ebola virus looks like. You guys can check it out. Everybody says it kind of almost sort of not really looks like an evil Mickey Mouse, and I mean, it kind of does, but should it really be that scary of a thing? And to be honest, guys, no, it really shouldn't. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are saying, but Crisis, you die a horrible death if you catch Ebola, and you can catch it through this and that, and just calm down, pump the brakes, and let me explain something to you guys, okay? First of all, Ebola cannot last in the United States for quite a few reasons, mainly being we are not a third world country. We are very developed, we are very civilized, and we have very high standards whenever it comes to sanitation and things like that for the most part of the United States. I have a friend who lives in Dallas, and he was just telling me it is fucking chaos down there, and it is just unbelievable the way that people are reacting, because these two nurses caught Ebola from this patient, and now everybody's scared. Well, I was talking with some people at work, and we use gloves at work. We have to deal with things that cause us to have to wear gloves and other protective things and stuff like that. And let me tell you something, guys, it is very easy to splatter bodily fluids from a glove onto a particular piece of clothing or onto yourself. It's very easy. And if you would happen to splash a little bit of this bodily fluid onto your hand, it can be a speck so small that you don't even realize it, and you would wipe your mouth or rub your nose or rub your eye or something like that. Congratulations, it's now inside of you. And that is most likely what happened. The CDC even said, you know, these people were wearing the proper garments, so something had to have been done in the actual protocol. And to me, that's what it seems like. That seems the most logical to me. So should you really be that scared of Ebola? And guys, like I said before, the answer is no. Don't let it freak you out. Don't get super scared and think I'm gonna have to live in a bubble and carry Purell with me everywhere I go, because chances are, guys, if you get it, it's because you came into contact with some bodily fluids, and there's only so many of them right now. Sweat and saliva have been pretty much ruled out by the CDC as ways of transferring it. So really, you have vomit, urine, feces, sexual excretions, and blood. Those are really the only 5 ways that you can get it, is if you come into direct contact with those 5 particular bodily fluids. And if you want to keep yourself as safe as possible, guys, just make sure if you have any cuts or abrasions or brush burns or anything like that on your body, just cover them up. Put a gauze pad on it, put some band-aids on it. Nobody's going to call you a sissy if you're trying to keep yourself from catching a deadly infection. So that is one way. Also, like I said, you can carry Purell around with you if you're really that paranoid. But basically, just make sure that people aren't sneezing on you and shit, because that's really the way that most people are going to catch it, is if somebody like sneezes on you or something like that. They get some type of mucus on you. That could do it. But other than that, guys, you really have nothing to... Oh, I technically shouldn't say you have nothing to worry about, but you have very little to worry about. Trust me, guys, Ebola, while it sounds scary, and it is horrible if you do contract it, it's not really that big of a threat in the United States. In West Africa, guys, they are urinating and defecating in the streets. There's blood everywhere because people are keeping dead bodies for days and days and days and not using proper sanitation and things like that. They're doing operations and all that. It's not good cleanliness and it's not good sanitation, and that's really the problem. So if you guys enjoyed the video or you actually learned something, hit the thumbs up button, show your support. Also, comment down in the comment section below. Do you think this is a bunch of hoopla? Is it fear-mongering? Are you afraid of it? Let me know down in the comment section below. And that pretty much wraps it up here, guys. So until next time, I'm Crisis Diamago, and I'll see ya when I see ya.